Hello. Welcome to Cardminds. Thank you for stopping by. This is going to be a Gemini weekly money and career reading from December 8th to the 15th, 2025. Geminis, welcome, welcome. Let's see what messages we have for this upcoming week. Geminis weekly money and career, December 8th to the 15th, 2025. Thank you for being here. I hope you are well. Be on the lookout, on the hear-out for the magic word if you're interested in putting your name in the hat for free reading. All you have to do is put the magic word down below in the comments section and be subscribed. I will pull one name and announce it at the end of the month of December. So grab your best headphones, earbuds for better sound, and let's get started. Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising Venus. What do we need to know? What are the messages for this upcoming week in your money, finances, investments, career, banking, businesses, development, your school, graduations, degrees? What is going on, Geminis? What are you accomplishing? What are you trying to establish? And what are you trying to bring in? Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising Venus. What do we need to know? What are the messages for money and career, December 8th to the 15th? What do we need to know? Gemini. Sun, Moon, Rising Venus. What do we need to know? Okay. All right, Geminis, let's see what we got. Seven of Pentacles. Ace of Pentacles right off the bat. Seven of Wands. Three of Wands. The Fool. Eight of Cups, the Emperor, Knight of Pentacles, the Death card, the Two of Swords, the Page of Swords, Ace of Wands, Two of Pentacles, Eight of Pentacles, Nine of Wands, Ace of Swords, and the Tower. Okay, something is taking time, waiting for money, waiting for an answer, a green light, waiting for return on investments. It's something you've dedicated a lot of time. You worked hard for this, and you're waiting for the callback, or you're waiting for the answers or the money to come in, the return to come in. Here it is. Here it is. You're standing your ground. It's exciting. This is something that you either stood up for or really fought for. You have stood by your beliefs or your theories or your ideas, and there's been really a lot of resilience in the face of, whatever opposition or challenges or disagreements, or people didn't believe in this, or you had to convince people, you had to present things, you had to pitch things, or really convince. Maybe you had to convince bankers for loans, or finances, or financiers, or collaborations, or maybe you have to convince people to develop a project, or convince people of your ideas, of your product, of your artistry, of your talent, of whatever it is that you're trying to accomplish. You had to, or you have had to, stand by and be resilient to push forward and to make it happen. It is happening. The financial agreement is coming in, or the money opportunity is coming in, financial opportunity, or job opportunity, or business opportunity, whatever it is that you were waiting for. Comment down below, Gemini, if you connect with these energies. It's exciting. You're celebrating this event. You have the support of your family, your friends, and you're ready for this whole new adventure. And you're getting into a whole new adventure. This agreement, or this money coming in, or this offer, or this green light, whatever this is that you have so believed in and that you've waited for a while, is really out of your comfort zone. You're taking on a whole new adventure. Welcome, welcome to this whole new adventure. You also are getting out of an energy of, that no more judgment, no more fear of judgment, or no more having to convince people that disagree, or that don't believe in me, or that don't believe in the subject, or that don't believe in the project, in the business, in the investment, whatever it is. And you're certainly now stepping away from all those people, or that company, or that team, or the group of people, or your past job even, stepping away from those energies that are unfulfilling now. And they were probably fulfilling for a long time. You probably have been in that job for a long time, or with that team for a long time, working in that environment for a long time. And now you're taking charge. You are setting new structures, much more disciplined financially, having to take charge and take responsibilities for budgets, for money, for finances, for management, whatever it is, you're taking the leadership. And if you're not taking that leadership, there's an Aries or an older person, someone that is taking charge. So that can be a director, a CEO, a manager. That can also be someone around you that that's older, that's taking charge of this financially, if this is your business, or your project that you're developing, whatever it is. Comment down below. Take your time, plan things out. These are new structures and new systems that are put in place. But it's important to be disciplined in the budgeting, right? So if this is not you, this is the authority in the business, and it feels like it's bringing in new stable income. Now it can be, setting up business structures, administration, right? If this is a business that you're starting, or a project you're starting, and having to set structures, again, it's long-term planning. This is long-term. So you're setting up something with this person, or you are the person that is in charge of management, structure, finances, budgeting, and all that. If it's your business, or even if it's not your business, you're the one in charge. Take your time. This is going to move slowly, but it demands a lot of commitment. It demands a lot of preparation, strategy, and really taking your time, organizing yourself step by step. Don't rush into anything. Don't power play anything, right? Just really fine tune and make sure you're very organized and very planned, because again, this is long term. This is not short term. This is not on the flip of the switch. There are no rash decisions here. This is all about planning and organizing and strategizing and setting systems in place. And you are really leaving a whole chapter behind. This can be a past job. This can be people you worked with. This can be a dynamic, a structure, a corporate, corporation, a company, people you worked with for a long time. You're stepping away from that because it's not bringing in the money anymore, or this is not something that is allowing you to grow in your career, or to grow in the job, to progress in the job. So you're letting go. You're really letting go. You have the death card. Now the death card is also accepting, right? The end of a phase, the end of a business phase, the end of a career phase, the end of a financial phase. Maybe there's payoff. Maybe there's debt payoff too. You're closing something. There's closure there. There's closure, and that closure brings in, the renewal. This brings in open space for renewal. And so with the Two of Swords, you've had to make a decision. You've had to choose a path or choose a direction. You're learning. You're still learning. You're asking a lot of questions. You're very curious. You're planning. You're preparing. Maybe you're training even. There might be a training process. And here's the Ace of Wands. So you have the Ace of Wands and the Ace of Pentacles. A real breakthrough. A real financial, this is a powerful financial opportunity. It can be creative, doesn't have to be, but it's certainly the green light to start a new adventure or a new venture or a new business. It's going to be different for each and every one. So comment down below. Let me know where you stand. Let me know where you're at, what you're trying to accomplish here, and what you're trying to bring in. Remember that we're trying to reach 50K in 2026. We just passed 45K. So thank you so much for checking. If you're subscribed, click the subscribe button down below if you haven't subscribed yet. It's just a click. It doesn't cost you anything. It's free for you. It just takes 1 second for a click, and it really is going to allow us to reach 50K and really evolve and move forward in 2026, so we can continue, so I can continue to do these readings for you. Don't hang on. It's not a good thing if you want to control things. It feels like you also are hanging on a little bit still to this past energy here. You want to keep in control. You're holding on tight to your budget. Be careful not to be too much in control, right? Don't let the money rule you completely. It's important to leave space. You are committed. You're a little freaked out, but you're persevering. It's a whole new direction. You have 3 aces. This is a complete new direction for you. It is a real clarity moment, an answer moment, a truth, an understanding of your career. It's a big shakeup. This is something, there's a shakeup here, and there's a moment where you realize you want to release, you want to get out, you want to, you don't want to be part of that anymore. And something has shaken things up with the Tower quite suddenly, actually. This can be a truth you're understanding, or a moment of, where you're aware of what's going on, or aware that you don't want to be part of this anymore, or that it's not going to allow you to move forward. Maybe it's management shifting things around, and a reorg, or just budget decisions, financial decisions, or you realizing that you want to put your career in a new space, and you want your career to develop in a new way. Therefore, taking on a new type of job. It's taking there's a lot of clarity in your decision making here. So whether you're making this decision to after a crisis in your job or a crisis in your business or in your financial environment or your corporate environment, whatever, and you're moving on to something else, taking on something completely new, taking that leap of faith, believing in yourself to go on this new adventure, or you just realizing that you don't want to be part of that anymore, or you have an offer that makes you realize that, you know, that's where you want to be in your business, in your career right now. Okay, let's see if we can gain a little insight here. Which one am I taking? This one? Okay. All right, let's see what this, okay. King of Pentacles. All right, I just want to see why you're letting go. Why are you stepping away from what are you stepping away from? And then we'll see the offer and how this is moving forward, and this next career, this job. What is this all about, this next career move here? What are we letting go? Okay, so that did want to come out. That's the King of Pentacles. Money is important for you. Abundance. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. But I do feel, yeah, okay, so there we go. You felt unsupported, not enough money, waiting for the money. Where's the money? Feeling left out also, right? Understanding that this is, you don't feel part of the team anymore, or you don't feel supported, or you don't feel people are communicating anymore. It's almost like you don't feel like you belong there anymore. Money is important for you. Abundance is important for you. Making money in your business is very important for you. Now, this can be a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn that was or still is your boss, or a business person, someone that knows how to make money, someone that is abundant, right? That is pretty comfortable financially, and you don't feel like you don't have that connection with them anymore, and you feel like they're left you out. Okay, well, there we go. It doesn't have to be, it can be a manager, it can be a business person you were working with, it can be someone you know, this is someone that knows how to make money. So it's going to be different for each and every one. All right, so that's why you're leaving, because they sort of let you out, or left you out of the loop, and you didn't see the money coming, or they weren't communicating anymore, or the opportunities passed you by. That is a possibility as well. Yeah, and the money, the raise not coming, right? You're not seeing the money coming. Okay, so that being said, let's pull one card on the decision here. We see what you're letting go, why you're letting go, why you're stepping away, and what is this decision between these two directions. Now, you're making a decision. So either between two financial options, or two job options, or two directions, or you're finally ready to address the issue. Maybe you've been in denial, or maybe you weren't aware of certain things, and now you're finally realizing what you have to address and what you no longer would want to be part of, or you still believe that you were going to get the money, you still believed you were going to get the promotion, you still believed in this company, still believed in your manager and your boss, or whatever they promised you, but sometimes, and this is the way it feels like at one point in this position, in this job, in this company, business, corporation, whatever it is for you, you were comfortable and you did evolve and you were successful. But I feel like that sort of fizzled out, or at least that's the way you feel, right? Because I'm feeling what you feel. You feel like that fizzled out, and I don't particularly think there's a reorg or new manager. I do feel like this just sort of fizzled out with this manager or this boss or this director, CEO, whoever it is, or owner, business owner. But it's just wear and tear. It's like, sometimes you're in a job, and after a few years, and it can be after 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, it doesn't matter. At one point, like I say, it's just the shoe doesn't fit anymore. It doesn't always mean that someone did anything wrong or bad. It's just that the shoe doesn't fit anymore and you're not feeling, and that is when it's time. That's why you have the death card. That's time to move into a new cycle. And it doesn't always mean that something is happening or someone did something wrong. It's just time to move on and time to evolve in your career and step into a new energy. All right, so let's see what this new energy is. Yeah, there we go. And so here's the new energy, the 3 aces. And that is really bringing back this offer here. And you might have multiple offers. I do feel like there's a direction you have to take or a decision you have to make between 2 options. It's really bringing back harmony in your home. Family first, family values for you are very important, and it's family first. And that is really, really bringing back a sense of satisfaction and emotional balance, energy balance within your home. For you and your family, whatever that represents for you. This offer is everything and brings back some joy in your family. All right, so what is this decision, though, for Gemini? What is this decision about? Something creative. So you're starting your business because it is out of your comfort zone. This is something completely different than what you were doing before. And you are getting out of obligations. So I do feel like this is something you're creating and you're going to make money from your creativity. So either creating a project, creating a business, or you're a creator, you're an artist. It can be anything, musician, artist. I'm not going to do the laundry list, right? You know what I mean. But it doesn't automatically, like I say, have to be artistic in that sense. It can be. Maybe you're creative and maybe you're, a singer, songwriter, dancer, musician, whatever. But it is something that you're creating from the heart. It's something that you've nurtured for a long time, that you've worked hard for, or that you've planted seeds your whole life. I do not think it's something out of the blue. I do not think it's something that you are creating last minute. I do think that it's something that has been within you for a long time with the Empress. The Empress is about nurturing, understanding, and creating. And what you have nurtured now is going to blossom. Comment down below. Let me know what's going to blossom. Let me know what the root of this, what the seed is. What is the seed? What is the seed? Is it a business? Is it an idea you have? Is it your artistic talent that you're revealing? What is this all about? Is this a project? Is this an object, a product? What is it, Gemini? Let me know. So that's your decision, okay? And, oh, I got it. Okay, so now you're addressing that. This is what you really want to do. And maybe that's, maybe you put it on the back burner for a long time. Maybe it's something that you had. Maybe you play the violin, right? Or maybe you have this amazing artistic talent. Or maybe you want to create your business, right? And you haven't done that, and you've always wanted to do that. That's been on the back burner for a long time. And maybe it's even a side hustle, and it's becoming your main hustle. That can be as well. You are learning. You're learning a lot. You're asking a lot of questions, and there you are, going from the Page of Swords to the Queen of Swords, which tells me that you're starting, like a kid, excited, having to learn, asking a lot of questions to people that maybe are in the business or professional, people that are specialized in whatever you're going to embark on, right? These are people that are going to help you out. Now, you are very, very seemingly here, very financially savvy. You're going from the Page, which is your new idea, your new investment, right? Contracts, researching, planning, carefully discussing, asking, right? This is your new financial idea. So whether it's a creative or not, it's your new idea. And so you go from that to being really smart in your decisions and making your decisions with a lot of clarity. And I do like that you're starting this new path, this new adventure. So whether it's your business or whatever it is, but that's who you are, Gemini, right? I was going to say without emotions. It's all, you're on track. You know the decisions you have to make. You know the money decisions you have to make. You're making smart decisions with clarity, and you're protecting your assets, and you're doing all this with complete emotional detachment, right? This is business. And you can see there's no cups or the cups, but the cups are about family and family values. And the cups also are about releasing, stepping away from the people or the branch or the company that you're no longer working with. But everything else is about money and clarity and brain power. And you're utilizing that to protect your assets. And completely detached. This wanted to come out earlier as well. Completely detached emotionally. And there we go. We're moving forward with the Three of Wands. Beautiful. That is really progress forward. This is progress long term. You've started again something really, really promising, something financially promising, creative promising, business promising, whatever. This is really promising, and it is going to become, it's going to begin to show results. Wow. Beautiful. Beautiful. All right, this just popped out. I don't even have to ask, right? So we have the Nine of Wands, freaked out but persevering. There might be a little fatigue there because there's a lot to do, but you're close to your goal, right? Even if you feel a little burnt out, don't quit yet, right? Maintain those boundaries. Push forward. You are almost there. You have the Lovers, which tells me that you are in harmony with who you are. This is about respect, honor, truth, integrity. The way you're going to do this is your way, and you're going to be very clear on the way you want to move forward. No dilly-dallying, no nonsense. Cut to the chase, and being very, very straightforward on the way you manage your budget, manage your finances, make business decisions. You're really, really sharp, really sharp. And you're not letting any type of emotions overwhelm you, besides the fact that you're celebrating with your family this new adventure. This is fun. This sounds really, really fun. All right. I just want to pull one card on the no, not on the Emperor. That is you, I believe. But the Tower. What is this crisis or the sun shake-up or sun awakening here? What is this? Oh, the Tower. Okay, got it. Yes. Well, the Tower is the moment you realize that you don't want to be part of that anymore. They're not. There's no gain involved in that company anymore or being in that team. And you go from the Queen to the King once the Tower hits, once the shakeup hits, or once you realize that there's nothing for you to gain in that business anymore, in that company, or in that job. You're going from the Queen to the King. That's very interesting. Master strategist there. Really, you're very disciplined with money. You're taking on financial leadership here. There's legal matters there. Strong ethics and responsibility. The shakeup is really putting you in a good space, and it's putting you in a good space in your new energy, in your new adventure. You're taking charge. You're taking charge of all matters, legal matters, financial matters. If they're ethical matters, strong ethics, truth, integrity. But if there are any matters that you have to resolve or have to address, whether it's finances, business, management, you're taking all that in charge. I do feel it really, really feels like this is your own business and you're starting your own thing. And maybe not for everybody. Maybe you're taking on a real big leadership role within another company, but it does feel like you're taking the reins on something that you have created, that you want to create, and that you have been wanting to do for a long time, and you're finally authorizing yourself to take that leap of faith. Wow, interesting, to say the least, Gemini. Let me know what this is all about. Remember to click the subscribe button if you haven't yet. And if you want a personal tarot reading, click the join button right next to the Cardminds logo right beneath. Click the join button, become member, and that gives you access to personal tarot readings whenever I come on live. And that is Sundays, every Sundays, rain or shine. Well, we'll see during the holidays, but during the year, it's pretty much rain or shine. I am there on Sundays, so join us live. We would love to have you there. And if you're a member, you can get a personal tarot reading. All right, let's see if there's one last message for the road, and I invite everybody to join, whether you're a member or not, whether you're a subscriber or not. You're part of the community. If you've been watching these readings for a while, you're part of the community. We would love to have you there. Just drop by and say hi. Put yourself in the chat if you catch a live at one point, and drop by and say hi. All right, let's see if there's one last message for the road, Geminis. And I think this is going to be the last reading for the day. Ten of Swords, yeah. Done with something. Exhausted, and done. Not surprised since you're stepping away, and it's been taking time. Yeah, this has been on pause. This has been delayed. You've had to wait. It was not going anywhere. You weren't getting answers, right? This whole thing of, the emotions and the people you're attached to in the job and everything going on where you feel sort of outcasted, right? And it's been going on for a while. But that's why at one point it's just the reality check, right? It's time to move on to your own adventure. And here it is. Here's your wish coming in. And you're going to be really content with this new adventure. This is what you want. This is what you were waiting for. And I do feel like if there wasn't this crisis, or there's sudden awareness or a sudden moment where you realize you're not going anywhere in that job anymore, or what they promise they didn't deliver, or you're waiting forever to get the answers, and then there's a fine line here between fantasy and reality. And I do feel like you believed in it for a while, and you believed in the options, or you had multiple options, and then a lot of them, or some of them, were delusional, or some of them were fantasy land, but some of them are really good. And I do feel like you're choosing to go on your own adventure. But yes, it's been a while, and it has been on pause. But the pause here with the Hangman always means that things have to do differently, and that sacrifices might be needed, and changes are needed, and the perspective needs to be coming from a different angle. I hope you enjoyed this reading as much as I did. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you to each and every one for connecting, for being here, for sharing your journeys, your stories. Gratitude from the bottom of my heart. Gratitude to each and every one. I want to say that the magic word here is, here comes the new adventure. Here comes the new adventure. So if you want to empower yourself to push forward, to make it happen, to keep going, because here it is, just put down below, here comes the new adventure. And along the way, maybe put your name in the hat for a free reading. Thank you so much for watching, Geminis. Have a great week. Take care. Bye-bye.